Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nicole from NICOLE'S journal. Today I bring to you my 2018 bullet journal setup. I know it's February and I'm sure most of you have your planners set up already, but I had some difficulties at the beginning of the year, so now is when I have the time to completely finish my setup and record this video. I'm sorry for that, but I hope this video will help and inspire other people that are also struggling to start this amazing new year and are still looking for inspiration to start their new journal. I made my notebook with a cover I designed for Jane's Agenda and rose gold discs from Lavender. The first insert in the notebook is a transparent sheet that I made with plastic sheets I got from Amazon. The main purpose of this is to protect the content in the notebook from getting dirty. Next is a folder that I also made myself. In it I have some IKEA receipts and some sticker sheets from Diario Tropical that I'm going to be using for my fitness and nutrition planner that I will set up soon. I divided my notebook into 5 sections, the first one being my year planning collections. I have a small insert for my new key, and then I have my year cover. The cover is also a combination of a mood tracker and the spread a year in pixels. Then I have a quote of the year which reads, "What we think or what we know or what we believe is in the end of little consequence. The only consequence is what we do." I chose this quote because I want to focus on taking action this year and remind myself that the only thing that is going to improve my life is what I do. Then I added a future log with birthdays, holidays, future events, and my husband's vacations. At the top of each page, I added a quote as well. This is something I did whenever possible throughout the setup because I wanted this planner to motivate me and inspire me each time that I read it. Next is my favorite quote I added, which reads, "You don't have to be great to start, we have to start to be great." This is the cover of my level 10 life and level 10 goals. This collection is inspired by Boho and she has an in-depth explanation video of how this spreads works, so I'm just going to link the video in the description box below. Next is the quote "I can and I will," followed by my word of the year, which is perseverance. Right after this, I made a spread for my quarter goals. Basically, you divide the year into 4, so January to March, April to June, and so on. Then you take your big goals and divide them into smaller goals that you can complete in 3 months or a quarter of a year. I also added an accomplishments section to write down anything that I accomplished during that quarter, even if it's not the same thing that I plan to do. I did this because I tend to overlook my own accomplishments and feel like I didn't do anything when it's not true. The next page is a 2018 brain dump and is basically a page where I just wrote down words that are related to things that were in my mind while I was making my 2018 planner setup that were bothering me or that just didn't let me concentrate. I got this idea from PlanningwithKay because I was watching her video while I was making this setup. The next collection is my saving goals, which I should have called my wish list because it's basically filled with things I want to buy for myself or for our new apartment. Some of them have a line going across them because I'm not buying them anymore. I made a separate list for my house improvement wish list that includes some appliances I need and some new toys for my cat Krista. Next is my recurrent tasks spread. In here I wanted to write down tasks that I have to do every week or every month so I never forget about them. The next spread was inspired by my life in a bullet, and it's basically a list of things I can do when I have some spare time or unplanned free time. The following is a list of books I want to read, games I want to play, and animes I want to watch. I made the mistake of writing the word reading instead of books to read, so I had to make the other title the same so they would end at the same height. Yeah, I'm kind of OCD-ish with this, but I think it didn't turn out that bad and I understand what I meant to say, so I'm okay with the result. Here is where my financial plans for 2018 are going to go, and I'm going to be finishing this spread with my husband probably this week or next week. Next are two inserts that I made for my first Discbound notebook that I just took out of the notebook and put it in here because I thought it was a good list of things that I could do at the end of a quarter or at the end of the month to review it. At the end of the section, I have some spare blank pages for reviews or any extra spread that I want to create throughout the year. And if you want to be able to print your own pages, you can go to the description box and you'll find the link where I buy the paper from, and I also have some free printables of square grid and dot grid paper. The next section is where I'm keeping all the collections I made for my personal and career projects. The first page is a mind map of my journey to becoming a game artist, which is one of my most important goals at the moment. On the back, I made a 365 days tracker, just like my year cover, but this one is to track the days when I draw or sketch, practicing topics that I am learning about. Next, I have a list of YouTube videos ideas where I'm writing a proposed title for the video, a brief description of it, a proposed date of when I want to post it, and any extra supplies that I need to be able to record it. On the right, there are some checkboxes to track the progress of producing the video, which include scripting, scheduling it, actually recording it, and then the date I actually post it. The last collection of this section is Ideas Live Here, which is another one inspired by My Life in a Bullet. She includes some pages to write down ideas every month, but I decided to put it in the project section so that I can add as many pages as I need to fully describe any ideas I come up with without disrupting the flow of my monthly pages, and so that I can have everything related to projects and ideas in the same section. In the third section, I have some coloring calendars which you can get from Jane's Agenda, and you can also use my discount to get 10% off any purchase you make. I designed these calendars with a regular calendar layout inside and a blank page at the back, so you can add anything to your monthly setup that does not fit in the calendar. I'm using them as editorial calendars to schedule my Instagram and YouTube posts, and also to write down my business goals and a YouTube and Instagram tracker. On the back, I created a videos checklist where I'm breaking down the steps I have to take to finish the 2 videos I'm recording for the month. And this is a blank page that I didn't have anything to do with, so I drew the first 6 zodiac constellations to follow the theme of the month. And I also included a quote I found that reads, "Only in the darkness can you see the stars." I'm using the weekly layouts to journal a little bit about each day, but I'm also going to include my workout schedule, my flexibility training schedule, and any appointments that come up during the week. The fourth section of the notebook is where I'm doing the collections you'd normally see in a bullet journal, with a monthly cover, my personal monthly goals, a monthly to-do list, a mood tracker, a habit tracker, a gratitude log, and my daily to-do lists. The final section is still not completed, but this section is basically to write about the books I want to start reading and the self-authoring program I'm going to start next month. And that's everything for today's video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more bullet journal and doodling content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.